All right, welcome back and thank you so much indeed for staying with us here on Morning Live. Now, the South African National Parks, or SANParks, is encouraging South Africans to visit their more than 20 parks across the country this festive season. However, there is also a need to be environmentally friendly and considerate of the different flower and animal species that live in those parks. Ike Phaahla is from SANParks and he joins us now to talk to us more about how things are looking this morning. Bro Ike, good morning. Thank you so much for coming through.
Good morning to you, Palisa, and compliments of the new season.
Compliments to you too. Thank you so much indeed. Now, a few weeks into the festive season, how are things looking?
Well, we haven't had any major incidents thus far, and we are very happy with the way that people are behaving in our parks. Although the occupancies are very full, we're looking at the Garden Route National Park, where you have 100% full occupancy, but we still encourage people that would like to go and visit the beaches and to go and have hiking trails. Daytime visitors are still welcome to go and visit the Garden Route National Park. The Kruger National Park as well, very busy, high occupancy rates. We do have quotas though when it comes to day visitor, because we have day visitor facilities. And all of our parks, Ado, Mountain Zebra and others, they're very full. But people can still call our central reservation number if they would like to find out about occupancy.
All right, but you still accommodate them during the day. That's what you're saying. But in terms of the interest, Bra Ike, of South Africans visiting parks, in terms of numbers, what are you seeing? Are you seeing more domestic or international tourists coming into the parks?
It's a mix of both. We would like to see more black South Africans visiting our parks. Remember, our accommodations starts from camping, and then we have 3-star self-catering accommodation, and we have the super luxurious ones which are being run by private concessions. And a lot of black South Africans in particular, haven't been visiting, but we have a strategy.
There is that perception of it. It's not for us blacks. So is the pattern changing?
The pattern is changing. We do have campaigns that we are doing to try and get some of them into the parks to experience their natural heritage. By the way, South African National Parks is just a custodian, and it's looking after these assets, especially for South Africans, and it would be nice for them to come and enjoy them instead of people traveling from Germany, France, all over the world, coming and enjoying the beautiful fauna and flora of our country.
All right. Now, talk to us about this one specific as to which park should one visit for specific attractions. There is everything for everyone.
We do have everything for everyone. I would encourage people to go into our website, www.sanparks.org. If you like beach, you like hiking trails, you like biking trails, you will find all of that in our bouquet. If you like safari, you want to go and see the Big Five, we do have a variety of parks that would cater for that. If you want to be just laid back and you don't want to do quite a lot of things, you go into our website, you look at all the parks and all the facilities that are available there, and you will be able to enjoy nature and enjoy solitude. But Palisa, we'd also like to highlight to people that they have to be considerate when they are in the park, especially during this time where we have high occupancy levels. In the Kruger National Park, for instance, we've just started with a visitor monitoring project where, thanks to Toyota, we have 10 vehicles that are going through the park and patrolling, and if they find people who are blocking the roads, especially at big sightings, they're able to discourage those people from blocking the lanes. So it's important for people to follow the rules as they come into the park. There is a permit that is issued. On that permit, you have the rules of that particular park, and we encourage people to actually look at those rules and follow them. Don't alight where there is no designated place, because the bush can be very surprising.
Do they even follow the rules though? Because I would imagine they are written in just a final print that you don't really, take into consideration. It's
actually big displays that we have at the entrance and in the park, and we have emergency numbers also which are written boldly in red. So people have to be encouraged to look at those and also to program those emergency numbers into their phones, especially during their stay.
In terms of accommodation, Bro Ike, how does it work for visitors, more so those who opt to to stay within the parks themselves? You were telling me off air that you do have accommodation within the parks.
We do have. It starts from camping. If you want to camp, we have camping sites in our parks. If you want self-catering chalets, we do have those. And if you want super luxurious ones, it's the ones that are run by private concessions. And that you have to make the bookings through the very same companies that are running those. So accommodation is there. It's self-catering, although at every camp, we do have restaurant facilities where people can go if they are lazy today to cook. They can go for breakfast or dinner.
Yeah. And price ranges, really, as I was saying, there's a perception that these things are very expensive. In terms of prices, are your prices accommodative of an ordinary South African who's not that well off?
I think they are competitive when you look at the space. When it comes to that, they are very competitive. And given the variety of accommodation that we have, you are able to look at packages that will better suit your pocket and be able to decide that this is the one that would suit me and my family or friends. And it's always much better if you club with friends and go there, because in the safari, it's that kind of environment where you want to share and make memories with friends.
Take us back a little to the campaign or the initiative that SANParks has of free entrance. Is it around in September?
Yes.
So how did it go this year?
It's called SANParks Week. We had a 34% increase.
Wow.
And very encouraging because it encourages South Africans to come and experience, especially the communities around our areas. Most of our parks are in very rural areas where, you know, the history of how the parks were established is not that rosy one. And people have always seen cars going into those parks. They don't know what it looks like, what is happening inside there. And once they get in there and they experience, then we know that we have allies, especially in areas where we have poaching problems. We have people that can always help us to look after these animals, to look after the plants as well. And it has been going very well. It's a campaign that was started some time back to make sure that we are connecting to that society that we live amongst, because we don't see them only as people neighboring our parks, but we see them as allies and as our neighbors.
All right. In terms of poaching, how are things looking? I know stats were released earlier this year indicating that rhino poaching has actually gone down.
In the Kruger National Park, it has gone down, and that is proceeding very well. We're hoping that when the minister makes the announcement, we are also going to see a further decline. Although it's declining, we still have to be alert. We have employed technology. We have canine units. We have our people out in the field as we speak, and they're not taking a break like yourself and myself.
Essential services we are.
Services.
Bro, Ike, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for coming through, and as we said, all the best for the year 2018.
Thank you very much. The same to you and your crew.
Well, there you have it. If you haven't yet made your festive trip and are looking for alternatives, you can visit the national parks. There is one or more literally in every province, so you don't have to drive. There is one in every province, isn't it?
There is, except in KwaZulu-Natal and the Northwest.
All right, so in seven provinces you can find them. Thank you so much for Ike Phaahla. He's communications head at SANParks, Kruger National Park, talking to us about what you can look forward to. That number, do you have that number?
012-428-9111. That's the central reservations number.
All right, there you have it. Right.